And introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 67.5 kilograms and trains under Kerry Dunn out of Shindo New Breed MMA with an undefeated amateur record, 2 wins for 0 defeats, fighting out of Gold Coast, Australia. This is the bad boy, Baxter Pickering. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 70.7 kilograms and trains under Pasha Stoiler at a Southside Training Centre. With a 1-fight amateur career, fighting out of Afghanistan by way of Logan, Australia, make some noise for the Eagle, Khalid Noorzai. And when our action begins, our referee in charge, Phil Cassidy.
Back it up, boys. Back it up. Over behind the red.
Phil Cassidy, your man in the middle for this matchup between the bad boy Baxter Pickering against the Eagle, Khalid Noorzai. 1 point taken for missing weight.
Over here, behind the red.
In the corner of Noorzai.
Fight ready! Fight ready! Fight!
Round 1, here we go. Oh my goodness, straight into it is Noorzai. He knows he needs a finish call. I was just going to say, what impact does missing weight and by extension taking a point have on the fighter who has indeed missed weight? And you see it right there. He knows he needs a finish.
Yeah, definitely. And again, it could be one or two things. He could have missed weight and be completely drained, and by trying to make the weight, or he could have just, you know what, I've had enough. I'm going to tap out here and come into this fight heavier and stronger.
You see it happen, don't you?
I've seen it happen before.
Once again, tonight's matchup brought to you by our friends at Ladbrokes.
Baxter there with almost a triangle. Khalid was able to shake it off though. Too much danger. He goes for the angle.
Back to their feet now. Baxter Pickering trying to take control. And a big head kick lands for Noorzai. And Kyle Noak, I think you may be right. This guy does not look drained at all. He looks like he is ready to pound his way to victory early on in this first round, knowing that he cannot leave it in the hands of the judges.
Yeah, absolutely. That point behind is a real big thing for him. But coming into this fight with the weight advantage, he's going to try to use that weight advantage like we're seeing in the feet. Baxter has to be careful. He's have his hands a bit low in this first exchanges, so if they do make it back to the feet, he needs to keep those hands up.
Full mount now for the Eagle. And this is a tough position to be if you're Baxter Pickering.
Baxter needs to be careful of that arm as well.
We said it, Kyle. He has got that arm locked up, but Pickering defending quite well. And can he turn in, Kyle?
Yeah, he could. He didn't quite have that leg over the head, which was able to get Baxter out of that position. You see Khalid then reverse, get back on top again.
Well, he's not going to let him off easy. Pickering still in a world of trouble, trying to look for a submission of his own from the bottom, but he can't eat shots like that up against the fence. A huge uppercut, courtesy of Noorzai.
Obviously, Khalid switched to a single there, but Baxter defended it quite well. This is where he has to be careful. Khalid's really unloading some shots right now.
And for the better part of 2 minutes or just over, the term relentless applies here. Khalid Noorzai not letting his foot off the gas in the early minutes of round number 1, 30 seconds left.
It has been a very extremely high-paced fight. Both these guys showing a little bit of sign of fatigue. It'd be good for these guys to go back to the end of round 1 and reset as Khalid lands some big shots there in the ground.
Ten seconds left to work for Noorzai. 10 seconds left to survive for Pickering.
Pickering back in full guard now.
Well, he will make it out of round 1. However, 2 more rounds of this to be with you here on the GC.
Baxter. Baxter.
And another point taken from Khalid Noorzai. The Eagle well and truly behind on the scorecards. He knows what he needs to do. Paul Pasha Stoiler imploring him to follow the game plan and find a finish.
Ready! Ready! Fight!
There's a lot of pressure on Khalid here to finish the fight. You know, he knows he's behind on the points. He's not going to win if it goes to decision. So let's just see how he really goes into this fight, knowing that he has to finish his opponent.
Indeed, Kyle. Big shots landed there. And shots from the bad boy too. This is better from Pickering. Big slam.
Kind of strange.
The eagle.
Pickering offered up the guard there really and decided to go to the ground with him. There's no other option that could have happened when you jump up and wrap your legs around a man like that.
He's not comfortable here. They are right in front of us now. Shots coming from guard for the eagle, and he's cut him open now. Pickering needs to work back to his feet. Body, head now for the eagle.
Oh, big shot there from Khalid. Right in front of us, we can hear it in the corner. Is he unloading?
These are big shots from the eagle. Pickering has got to move. Phil Cassidy is not going to let him sit there much longer.
No, Baxter needs to do something more than just locking up and waiting for something. He needs to make something happen here as he looks for that armbar. That was great. Get that inside leg, give it a bit of an angle. Get his way out of this position here. Khalid just landing some big shots. As we see Baxter swing now for an armbar. Baxter needs to use that cage to bring his back on the cage and try and work his way back to his feet again and get into a better position.
Well, he's trying to do everything he can, but Khalid Noorzai is not giving an inch. More punishment to the head of Pickering. And a last attempt to get back to his feet, unsuccessful. The eagle continuing to punish and pound away on the bad boy. 1 minute left to work. Khalid Noorzai, moments away from victory in round number 2. Pickering has to dig deep to the body again for Noorzai.
Khalid just unloading at will here against Pickering. Pickering with his eyes closed even. He's just going on feel alone right now.
And the grimace on the face of Pickering tells the story. Khalid Noorzai.
This fight's close to being finished here, team.
Well, Phil Cassidy is right on top of it. I'm surprised he's letting it go on this far, but he's got to give Baxter Pickering a chance to defend himself in the final 30 seconds. Noorzai.
If Khalil could just keep on unloading with those shots and not have those little pause breaks, he'd finish him in this round.
Absolutely. Fatigue starting to play a role for both men. Noorzai, another big right hand. 10 seconds left. Phil Cassidy is going to continue to let Pickering make it to the third and final round. And we're going to wait and see what his corner has to say about this one. We may find that this fight is over, Kyle. Well, that'll do it. Phil Cassidy has stopped this matchup, and rightly so. Khalid Noorzai victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge has called a stop to this fight at the end of round number 2 via TKO due to a corner stoppage for your winner, Khalid Noorzai.